Horseback riding is categorized as an equestrian sport, which has been considered an Olympic game since 1900. Ruled by the International Equestrian Federation, horseback riding includes three disciplines: show jumping, dressage, and eventing. Dressage is the category in which the obedience and natural movements of the animal are shown. The discipline of eventing puts together show jumping and dressage, where the animal faces diverse obstacles that need to be overcome.
For this interview, we have two main purposes that complement each other. Firstly, we aim to get to know the basic characteristics of horseback riding. In order to do this, we choose a Mexican champion that has expertise in the matter. In addition, by doing this, we will be able to perform a task for our EVAP course. We aim to be able to construct interview questions and to obtain reliable information. Also, with this task, we will learn to do an interview which will be really helpful in our future careers. The Pan American Games is a global sport event where over 42 countries participate in different sports domains. This event is celebrated every 4 years in different countries along the American continent. This year's Pan American Games are being hosted in Mexico in the city of Guadalajara. Nicolas Pizarro is a very famous horseback rider. He has been in many international show jumping events, such as the World Cup last year in Kentucky and the Olympics in 2008 in Beijing. And he's currently ranked as number one in Mexico. Hello, Nicolas. I appreciate your time for being with us now. We know that your agenda is pretty busy and that you're getting ready for your competition in the Pan American Games. We would just like to ask you some questions, and we would appreciate if we could record this interview.
Good afternoon, Nicolas Pizarro. My name is Valeria Ramirez and this is Ximena Lopez. We would like to ask you some questions about the sport you practice. We know that your agenda is pretty tight, so we really appreciate the effort that you are doing to cooperate with us. So first of all, can you give us a brief explanation of the objective of the contest? How do you win points and how do you lose them?
Okay, well, this competition is made out of 5 rounds. The first round is a speed class, in which first you show, and then the time you get, the time of the winner becomes 0 points. And from there, the difference that you get, you have to divide it between two. Okay, it's kind of difficult to explain it without numbers to understand it. But well, you get a difference of points. The winner gets 0 points, and then in the second place, depending on his time, he gets some points. And this point you will never take off. This is for the first competition. The second competition, the rails you get added to the points that you already had before. And this waits for the second competition and the third competition. And the winner of over the 5 different rounds is the one that has the less points.
How did you start riding horses?
Well, I started riding when I was 6 years old in a place where my family had used to breed Spanish horses, and I started riding those Spanish horses.
What made you practice the sport and taking into account that it's not very popular here in Mexico?
Well, I started riding Spanish horses, but the competition was very boring. So one day I saw a friend of mine jumping, and I changed to jumping when I was 11. And since then I've been riding non-stop.
So far, what do you consider your biggest achievement in your riding career?
Well, I think the silver medal we got as a team in Palm Beach, the Nations Cup in Palm Beach in 2010. And also the bronze medal we got in Spurs medals as a team in the Nations Cup in 2009.
What skills do you consider necessary to compete in such a level?
Well, I think the most important is the control of your mind. When you have the control of your mind, then I think it's really easy.
How do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Well, I wish winning and with some students and nice horses and hopefully going to the Olympics one.
Can you tell us an interesting experience that left you a lesson?
Yes, I think you always have to be very objective in what you want and how you look for it. And when you get it, really take the most out of it. This way.
Hi, Nicolas. There's some other questions. For these Pan American Games, I would like to ask you, which countries do you consider the biggest contenders?
think the biggest contenders can be USA, Brazil, and Canada.
Thank you. And what does it feel being the first horseback rider in Mexico, ranked as the first one?
Well, it's always a little pressure. It's always a little pressure when you try to determine that you're ranked number one in Mexico, and you always want to maintain it. It's not only getting there. To get there, it's a lot of hours of work and being there, and it's always to maintain it.
And how do you see the young riders in Mexico, their future?
Okay, I think they're getting better and better as the time goes by. They're getting better horses, they're riding better, they're getting teached better. For sure the designers are doing very good to get them stronger, so I think they're building up.
And are the Olympics your target for next year?
Yes, of course.
And how will the preparation be for this event?
Well, first we have to have a ticket for the Olympics, and if we get a ticket for the Olympics as a team, my preparation will be in the beginning of the year in Palm Beach, this in Wellington, and then I will go to Calgary and then to Europe.
And suppose you get the tickets for the Olympics, do you think that Mexico could win a medal in London?
Okay, I think to be really objective, I think
Okay. Who do you admire as a rider?
Eric Lamas.
And we have time for one last question. Nicolas, tell us, other than winning a medal in these games, which are your future plans professionally?
Well, I would like to jump the national championship this year, and then next year the Nations Cup in Wellington, and also try to maintain the number one ranked in Mexico, and trying to go to Calgary and win a Grand Prix over there. Trying to be competitive.
Thank you very much for your time.
So that's the end of the interview. Nicolas, thank you very much. We know that you have a very busy schedule, so once again, we really appreciate the effort you did to cooperate with us. We are really looking forward to see you in the competition, and we're pretty sure that someone as experienced as you will do a great job. Our best wishes for you. With this interview, we learned the basic and most important skills to succeed in horseback riding. Nicolas is an example for future athletes and how, if you are determined, you can achieve all your goals. Thank you very much.